G'day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. So Insta360 has launched an interesting new product today. This is called the Insta360 Snap. Essentially, this is a selfie screen for the back of your smartphone. Today's modern smartphones are extremely powerful. The optics on the cameras are incredible. The problem is, however, if you're using your smartphone for taking selfies or using it for vlogging, which a lot of people do, a lot of people end up using that front-facing camera just because it's a lot easier to frame your shot. They're not really making full use of the incredible cameras that are built into these smartphones. And that's where something like this comes in. It attaches simply to your phone via MagSafe, and it gives you an instant screen to help you line up your shots and make sure everything is framed correctly. Now this is designed for MagSafe. It connects via MagSafe. So if you have a MagSafe compatible case or phone, such as any modern iPhone, if you have an Android device or a device that's not MagSafe compatible, it does come with this little magnetic ring that you can attach to a case or a phone, and that way you're able to easily attach it. It's a pretty simple device. You can see we have a USB-C cable built right into the bottom there. We've got some buttons on the side. It has a protective screen that folds open, and we have some more buttons there on the front. And you might be able to notice here, there's actually a built-in light around it. So if you're filming in a dark environment, Insta360 has teamed up with Miro to create this light. Miro is a leader when it comes to professional makeup optics, so it's a really good high quality light. It has 3 different levels of color temperature that you can set, and it has 5 different levels of brightness. Now, not only does this light brighten your face, it's engineered to help smooth and get rid of facial shadows. And it comes in 2 different versions. You can get it in a version with the light and one without the light. And it comes in at $79 without a light and $89 if you get one with a light built in. Connecting it to your phone is super simple. Just connects via the MagSafe there on the back of your phone. And then you just plug it directly into USB-C. Now instantly when you plug it in, as you can see there, it already works. You don't actually have to power it on. And you can actually tuck the cover in behind there. So while you're holding the phone, it helps prevent you from accidentally tapping on the screen in the back. Now by default, it's not touchscreen, but we can turn that feature on, which I'll show you here in a minute. But we do have some buttons on the side here. One is a power button. So if you are going to be leaving it attached at all times, you can actually press on that. That'll power it off. Another press on it will power it back on. Right below that, we have another button. A single press on it will flip the screen. But if we press and hold, you can see it'll shrink it down, and that way you get the full screen on the device. Some people will prefer to use it zoomed in. That'll give you a larger preview. But if you really want to make sure the framing is correct, you can shrink it down. Now, as mentioned, right now it's not a touch screen. But if we go into our settings under accessibility, you can see we have an option there called zoom. All we have to do is turn that on. Now by default, it's going to be zoomed in. So you're going to take 3 fingers and tap. That's going to put it back to a default view. But now, once you have that zoom feature enabled, you can see this becomes a full touch screen. So we can go ahead here, we can launch the camera, we can adjust all the settings. Some people may not want that touch screen enabled. For other people, it may be a handy feature. Down at the bottom here is the control for the lighting. You can see a single press will turn it on. That's going to be at the lowest level for the light. And then we can cycle through the different brightnesses. And then beside that, we can set the color temperature. So yeah, that is the Insta360 Snap. I think for some people, it could be a handy device, especially if you use your smartphone for vlogging and taking a lot of selfies. It's going to really help you line up your shots and make sure everything is framed correctly. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it had value. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.